It does seem to suggest that it's an orderly, from what the visuals we're seeing now, it does seem to suggest that it's an orderly feel in Benue, where our correspondent is at the moment. But you can see clearly the picture, the visual of the governor. It seems to be in company of his wife, of course. But we will just try to keep tab and see how long it will take for him to cast his ballot.
And notice the police officer at the rear there, you see he's got a tag. So perhaps that might be the tag that they spoke about, that you're going to have police officials who will even have those tags for identification purposes. In case you get to see police officers who are there who do not have that, then you can raise questions.
Benue State, very interesting state, we must admit, because of the things that have happened in the recent past for Benue State. But very of particular interest is the security situation, which hopes that the deployment by the police force is robust enough to protect lives and property on this very day, because you never know with Benue State. It's just one moment of peace and next moment of strike, attacks now and then. But this is what seems to suggest to anyone watching that it is peaceful. You can see people watching from the distance towards the buildings there at the back.
So we've seen the card that is in red. Now they're taking her thumbprint at the moment now. So, but I see that they're inserting that card reader time and again.
Well, I was just about to say, so far no case of a card reader that's not working.
No, I can't say that here. They were just.
I said so far, but obviously.
Trying to check.
We had a little concern in Abuja where Kayla was reported from. She mentioned that one of the card readers was a little bit funny, and they're trying to sort that out. But
was immediately replaced, and I think that's one of the things that Mr. Okoye also said, that there is always a backup for any card reader that's not functioning at any time.
Okay. So is there a problem with her card now? Let's see.
This card is about to be read.
I think it's been read. Okay, let's see. How long is that going to take?
Her card has been read, and she's
It's interesting to note that there's no camera in their faces. We don't have...
Okay. Well, this is going quite smoothly, and you can see that so many people are waiting to cast their votes as well in the background. And the queue is quite long right behind the governor. So
that is biometric being read by the reader, by the card reader.
Yeah, so...
I can see the First Lady collecting her ballot papers. Yes, it is intimidating. 73 candidates. It is intimidating.
Okay, so but it's we did ask INEC. They hadn't considered having the inscription of which ballot paper is which at the back now. I think he said it was just the INEC chairman who's got the security feature. So maybe subsequently they may consider that. So you don't have people unfolding the ballot at the point of dropping it into the ballot boxes after they must have thumbprinted. So one of the things that we hope that they'll take on board when they do have several other meetings, maybe in their situational rooms or when they're post-mortem in the entire scenario. But there you see, the governor, he's had his biometrics done after his card has been read, so he's going to go ahead and proceed with that one. So at the moment, the card reader appears to be doing his job.
Yep.
So far.
Yeah.
But the media seems to be organized here. You don't have people just, moving all around them, trying to take pictures, or people using their phones.
Yeah.
I wish we can see the situation in many of the polling stations.
Yeah, and I also like to see how the proximity between the cubicle and how people stand around the cubicle.
Sure.
Perhaps the party agents, if we can identify them, because they won't wear any party insignia.
Well, he's going there now.
He's proceeding to thumbprint.
Okay, so don't forget, you also see the band that separates a lot of people. But I know INEC did say that if you don't have your permanent voter cards, they encourage you not to come to this venue. At all. So and that's so that's one of the cubicle. Okay, so in Anambra, one of the INEC officials had to keep coming there with the ink. But here you can see the ink is right in the cubicle.
Exactly.
So what did they do? So that's it. You get yourself the ink, and then you thumbprint on the first ballot.
And then doing
the
second one now. And
then you move on to the third.
Goes.
So that's Perhaps that's how it ought to be.
Exactly.
So
because I was wondering why the official had to be coming back and forth with the inkpad.
Or who knows? Did they have enough of those things? They should have enough of
They should.
We reckon. So,
so
maybe
folds it.
It's something they need to think about.
Strengthens. Oh, that's the perfect, almost the perfect way to go about it. He just has to straighten it out, so it just goes in. But he just might get to that point, and we're watching very closely now to see what he does.
Well,
okay, he's still folding. 3 of them.
Oh, she couldn't.
Oh, she couldn't have used the other side.
She had to come to the side he used.
Okay. So
I think maybe you don't have too many people behind the point that she's coming to. So now he's going to drop his ballot.
Apparently, there's only one side. That's what it looks like. There's only one side that you can vote.
So, but you see, the thing about this too, look at the positioning of the boxes, the ballot boxes. Now, those, the insignia you have is on the other side, so everybody can see the labeling.
So that's for the presidential. That's for the presidential, the red.
Everyone is having to open,
you need to unfold
to see
before you can put it in. Look at operationalizing this.
To cut time, especially.
Because
very significant.
definitely those phones will catch whoever you voted for that way.
So he does this a second, and then eventually he's going to go ahead. But the camera people should have been on the other side, so you don't get to see who is printing. But who knows? I mean, they've got to do what they have to do. And
I guess he's here now.
Let's get to hear the governor speak.
You have just casted your vote. What exactly would you say this election has been? Because we will notice IDP is also having challenges with this voting, and they address of other issues here.
Well, you can see the enthusiasm from the masses, how all of them came out in their numbers to exercise their franchise. I'm very happy about this. So far, the process is very peaceful, transparent, free and fair, and this is what we've been calling for. And this is the only way we can have a Nigeria that all of us can say it is our own. And I look forward that the other processes will be also free, fair, and transparent, because we will need to go to the collecting center at this ward level, and then we'll move to the local government, and there are other stages, and we expect the same thing to happen. But my fear is that the intimidation from the security agencies. I've just been told that our state agents have been arrested for no just cause, on a flimsy excuse that he was training thugs. Where are the thugs? Those thugs were not arrested. Arrested in his house by 5:30 a.m. this morning. What is the basis? We have heard about this before, and there is no basis for us to continue to deceive ourselves. This will not be allowed, because heating up the politics is nothing, because the APC knows that they are nowhere in Benue State. And so they have resorted collaborating with security agencies. And I'm told that the IG of police directed that these people should be arrested. There is a special team, despite the fact that there are commissioners of police here for the purpose of monitoring this election. There is AIG, there is DIG, who are supposed to monitor this election. Why do we need to have police coming from Abuja to arrest? And the IDPs, a little bit disappointed that they are not going to vote in their polling units. Why in Borno IDPs are voting, and in other parts of the state IDPs are voting? So why is it different in Benue State and in Guma local government, where we have over 180,000 people voting, and we have over 100,000 registered voters in these IDPs? So this is not really fair to us, but we keep faith, because for us, we are law-abiding, and we'll continue to look forward that the right thing will be done.
All right, thank you very much. You have heard from the governor. The voting is going on here in Batimba. All the IDPs within these areas have been collapsed to one voting area, and we hope to bring you details of this later on. From Batimba, Pius Angbo reporting for Channels Television, and it's back to you in the studio, Gimbers.